B-R-A-I-N-W-A-V-E. Brainwave!
Hello, and welcome to Brainwave, an English language game show brought to you through the collaboration of Mongolia's first private school, Hobby School, and the Mongolian National Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Stephan Pera, and today we have our judge, Mr. Mason Lee. Let's give him a round of applause. He will be deciding your fates tonight, so be nice to him. He needs it. Anyway, like I said, this is an English language game show. We'll be competing to show off our mastery of the English language in terms of the 4 skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Now, the teams behind me may be familiar. That's because they were winners in previous games. Now that we are in our semifinals, we will be competing to reach the next stage, the quarterfinals, in order to show off your abilities and eventually become the champions of Brainwave. How do you guys feel about that? Excited?
Nervous.
Yes.
Nervous, excited? Of course, very confident. Okay, very cool, very cool. So we have 2 teams with us, like I said before. Team CRYSTALLINE and team, what's that? Oh, INVENCIBLE. Let's see if that team name holds true tonight. Now, what school are you guys from, Team Invincible?
48.
What was that?
48.
42? 48 from School 48. Well, welcome back. I'm very excited to see what you got for us. And Team CRYSTALLINE? 20. All right, School 20. You guys ready?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so how about we take a moment to get to know you a little better? Like last time, remember?
Yeah.
So just introduce yourselves for the audience.
Okay, hi again. My name is Namun and I'm 11th grade and done.
And done, I like it.
Okay, my name is Ikkjung and I'm 8A, and that's done as well.
Concise.
I'm Энэхүү from 10th grade. That's it.
Thank you.
From 9th grade.
And pleasure to be here.
Oh, pleasure to have you.
My name is Tinder, and I'm from 8th grade, and thank you for having me again.
No problem at all. Thank you for coming out. Let's give them a round of applause. And thank you to our audience. You'll be supporting your school today, right? All right, back to Team Invincible. Let's get to know you once again. Introduce yourselves for us.
Hi, my name is Stephan. I'm 16 years old and I'll be a movie actor.
You're going to be a movie actor?
Yeah.
Well, here's your opportunity. This is good experience for you. I hope it works out. I'll make sure to pay attention to the movies.
Hello, and my name is Muhtingel, and I'm 16 years old. Thank you.
No problem.
Hello, my name is Sarinda. I'm 14 years old.
Hello, my name is Kantuka. I'm 12 years old. I'm the youngest of this group.
You're the youngest of the group. Oh, wow. You got a lot to prove then.
My name is Pointier, and I'm the leader of this.
You're the leader and the most loud spoken.
Yep.
All right, so like I said before, we're going to have 4 activities, like the last game, but they're going to be a little different. We're not going to do the same ones we did last time, no balls or listening to words. Instead, these are going to be a little more complicated. Not only are you're just going to use speaking for one activity, but you'll use speaking, listening, writing, and reading all at once. Because this is serious now, guys. This is the big times, right? Right? All right. So let's head into our first round of the competition. We're going to be doing a game activity called running dictation. So as you know, running is, well, the action of running. So one of you, lucky contestants, will be doing the running, while the other one will be doing the dictation. That means listening and writing down what they hear from their partner. Okay, so for this activity, we will need 2 people from each team, a runner and a writer, okay? The writer will have the job of standing at the electronic board over there and writing 2 sentences that are identical to the ones over there. Our runner will be the messenger, essentially. They will start over at that electronic screen. They will read the 2 sentences, try to remember. They will run between each cone and tell the writer what they read and saw. Now, the runner can take as many times up and down, up and down, up and down in order to get as much information as needed, okay? So it's not just one time. You can go back, okay? All right, so this activity will take 3 minutes, so you will have a total of 3 minutes for 2 sentences. Now, do we already have our runners and writers chosen?
Yes.
All right, so who will be our runners? Okay, and over here? All right, and our writers? Over here and over there? Very good, okay. So, I ask this every game, and it's always a challenge. Who wants to go first? You do?
Not us.
Not us. Do you guys want to go first? If you go first this round, don't worry, you will go second next round to balance it out, okay? Okay, perfect. So let's have our runner and our writer get into position. So writer will be at the board. And runner will be at the other board. Let's count down from 5, and then you can start reading. Okay, reader?
Okay.
Runner?
Okay.
Okay. So audience, help me out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Very hard. And there you go, running through each cone. Very graceful.
Consider it the unrealistic, radical, and oh God, I have to go back. I'm so sorry.
I'll be right back. Okay, a little less than 2 minutes. Just keep writing, start over.
Okay. The mages who considered to perform radical, right?
Long, crystalline, you got this. There's still another minute. Decode, yeah. The timer is weird.
And unrealistic.
5, 4,
Not yet.
3, 2, 1.
You got another minute. 1 more minute left. Ignore that.
Unrealistic. The mages get home.
Running on back for more.
Suggest that more gradual changes need to be made. By bringing together a variety of sources of research evidence, it's clear that our current methods of assessing adult intelligence are insufficient. Unrealistic ideas needed to change.
10 seconds on the clock.
To change.
There's some big handwriting. 5,
Hayırtan.
4, 3, 2. Pens down!
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, indeed. Come on over, guys. Come on over here. Don't apologize for anything. So how'd that feel? Was it difficult?
Yes.
Yeah? What made it so challenging?
Well, first of all, the sentence was too long for me.
Sentences are too long? Yes, I can see the sentences are quite long.
I couldn't.
And I don't think he understand fully for me, and that's my fault, I guess.
Well, right. So not only is there reading, but there is also a speaking and listening element to this, right? So conversation in English can be challenging sometimes, especially when you're sharing such like big words and sentences, right? So I wouldn't feel too bad. You guys did an amazing job. You rose to the challenge, and I think you did well. So how about you read to Mr. Lee your sentence, sir, because the handwriting's a little rough.
The matrix is the who considered to preferred radical and unrealistic ideas needed to change, and there has to be a second.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Mr. Lee, please take note to that. Thank you so much. Give them a round of applause. And you may return. Well done. Okay, wonderful job, CRYSTALLINE. Invincible. Think you can do better?
Yes.
Okay, big words. So who will be our runner again?
Me.
All right, runner, go on over there. And our writer, please come to the screen here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Touch the screen. Yeah. He's a quick reader.
Orcas.
Watch your arm.
Orcas. Orcas, who are known as killer whales.
He's running back. Go, go, go! Jumping over.
Known as killer whales. Killer whales are opportunistic animals. Opportunistic animals, which means they will is that good? Oh, you
Someone! Obstacle courses aren't your thing. Oh, he's coming back! Dangerous kid.
They will a variety of different animals as prey.
Back he goes. Watch out for those cones this time.
As prey species. Animals as prey species. No, prey. Prey species. Species. Tick.
5, 4, 3,
3, 2, 1. Heads down! Looks like you were about to start the second sentence there.
Yeah.
So how did that feel? Come on over here.
How'd
that feel?
The words were really hard to memorize, and I think the sentence was a bit too long.
It looks very long.
Yeah.
How did you feel writing?
This is annoying.
This is annoying. Technology can be tough to handle. I agree. I mean, not only are you dealing with English, you're also dealing with some new technology that maybe you've never used before, right? I have to say, though, it looks like you did a good job. So Writer, could you read what you wrote?
I think it's better if I.
Nice and loud.
Orcas were known as killer
Which
whales
one?
or opportunistic animals, which means they will take a variety of different animals as prey.
Species.
Prey species.
Prey species.
Some.
And
Some.
the beginning.
There's some.
And then
that-
some. Very concise sentence there. Some. All right, Mr. Lee, take notes of that, please. And boys, you may go back to your table. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Lee, what's the verdict?
So both teams only got one sentence out of the two, and each sentence was worth 5 points. Remember, I'm grading on how close your written sentence is to the original sentence.
That makes sense.
All right. So for the one sentence that both teams finished, I'm judging it out of 5. For Team CRYSTALLINE, I gave them 3 points. There were a lot of like small errors, but then also some of the words were not the same as the ones over here on the screen.
Of course.
For Team INVENCIBLE, I awarded them 5 points out of 5 because there were a couple of minor mistakes, but the sentence structure was basically the same, and it was very close to perfect.
Okay, so yeah, mainly where your points came from were using words that really just mirrored these ones. They were exactly the same words, right? Yeah. I mean, as well as following grammatical structure. Some of the minor mistakes, little spelling errors, really didn't affect your score as much, it seems. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lee. So we have 5 points over here and 3 points over here. Still a very close game, and don't worry, you're going to have many more opportunities, especially the last round, to make some points.
The first, the best. Hobby School.
All right, so let's get into our second activity of the game. It is called Catchphrase. Has anyone heard of that game before? Anyone?
No.
That's okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is. So Catchphrase is a pretty simple game. All you need to do is guess an English word. Not too bad, right?
Yeah.
So on the screen next to me, we will have an English word. It could be any word. It could be horse, cow, anything really. Your job, the person in front of the screen, the clue giver, will be to describe the word on the screen using any words, any at all, but the word on the screen. So for example, if it's horseback, you can't use the word horseback at all. You can describe it, but you can't use horseback. You can't use the word horse, and you can't use the word back either. Okay, no parts of the word, no whole word, no, it begins with E, it begins with A, it begins with D. Okay? Also, try not to use too many movements, okay? We're using our words. We're not acting at all today. Okay? All right. Guessers, you will listen to the descriptions and you will just try to guess which English word our clue giver is describing, okay?
Okay.
You think you can do that?
Yes.
Yes.
I sure hope so. So, we'll put 2 minutes on the clock after we count down from 5, and then you can start, okay? So, if you don't know an answer, just say pass, and you can click the next one, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Trash. We have to trash to. We have to use the trash again. 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 Yep.
We'll do fine. It's not too late. Are they?
The things is a stick together. 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 It's glue. Glue. Umgebung. Our turn around and what's this? Turn around. What's this?
Be careful with your hands.
Cycle.
No. Turn around. What's
Earth.
this? And
World.
Pivot.
Mechanic.
Robot.
Yep. Stealing.
Robber.
Robber.
And
Criminal.
robber is great.
Jail.
Criminal.
R is not there. Robber and has the has. What? The woman and man
Child.
and have
Engage. Married.
No. First.
Five,
First.
three,
Yep.
Time's up. Mouth shut. Ears shut. Come on over here, miss. How was it?
Hard.
Hard? Why was it difficult?
It's hard to describe and so hard.
Yeah, so hard. I agree. It's sometimes, even for me, a native speaker, it can be hard to describe certain words without just using that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but I think you did a great job. What do you guys think? She did a great job.
Yeah.
Let's give her a round of applause. CRYSTALLINE, now it is your turn to guess and give clues. So let's get our clue giver up to the board. Already there, perfect. Are you guys ready to go?
Yes.
All right, make sure you listen and be loud. All right, let's count them down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
It's your father's father. Grandfather. Okay. It's a flying thing. It's an airplane. No, it's got.
Hot air balloon.
No, yes. It's where you live.
What?
Okay. Okay, it's when cinemas show them. Cinemas. Okay. It's in children's playground. People like up and down.
Kindergarten.
No. What is it?
Swing.
It's in shoes with shoes with tires.
Socks.
No.
Sneakers.
No.
Skate. Skateboards.
No.
Roller
It's
skater.
shoes. Okay. It's where you like fry your meat.
Frying pan.
No.
Grill.
The verb of it.
Fry.
No. Actually, like fry it.
Frying.
Thoroughly.
Oven.
No.
Okay.
Okay. It's a fictional character. It's small and ugly. It's green.
Goblin.
Okay. Okay. It's a human where you trained by.
Teacher.
No.
Teacher.
Other one.
Teacher.
No. Okay. Okay. It's a grab thing.
What?
Okay. Where you grab it things.
Handle.
Hands. Okay. It's in the sky.
Clock.
It's where we put your books in your home.
Bookshelf. I mean, rubber.
Without book.
Shelves.
Okay.
5, 4,
It's where you say.
2,
Okay.
1.
Time's up! Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just had to
That's
do it.
shocked.
You guys are so focused. I am a terrible person. I am sorry. Great job, though.
Thank
Give them a round of applause. Like I said before, some teams are just better at some other activities, or they have a better flow. And I really am impressed with what I saw. You guys were going back and forth. That was impressive.
Thank you.
So how do you feel? Come on over. How do you feel?
Well, it was kind of hard to like commercialize our teammates, but it was fun.
It was fun. I'm glad to hear that. Now, before we started, you were telling yourself, be confident, be confident.
Confidence is the key.
It is the key, and it showed. You were definitely confident. I'm very proud of you guys. Well done. All right, you can take your place over there. And Mr. Lee.
Both teams had something like that. For this team, it was, I think, glue stick. You said stick. I don't think your team even got the word, but
You
it
didn't
just,
get the word, okay.
But the other team, like for grandfather, you said father's father, like. So.
I mean, I understand that,
Yeah.
Mr. Lee. That could be a challenge, right?
Right.
Just trying not to use it.
Right, right. And also, you said your team guessed roller skates, but the word was roller blades. So that I took out. But anyway, Team Invincible got 3 points this round.
Very nice, Team Invincible. That's good.
Bringing them. So they now have 8 points.
8 points.
Team Crystalline got 7 points this round, which brings them into the lead with 10 points.
Hey, wow. Very close game. So, I mean, you guys really excelled in the first game. You guys excelled in the second. Let's see how the third game goes, right? So well done, 8 and 10, anyone's game. So now that we're finished with this, we'll move on to our third activity. All right, well done with round 2. Time to move on to our third round. The last round you'll work as teams in, we call it categories. Okay, and you could probably hear a certain word in that word, categories, right? Categories?
Yes.
Okay, so if I were to say a category, let's think. What if I said colors? Could you guys tell me what are some colors?
Red, blue, green, pink, black, white.
Yeah,
Black, white,
easy,
purple.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
so you got a category, which is colors, and you tell me each and every color. Not too hard. You're going to do that with these 5 categories of food, countries, objects, clothing, and animals. That doesn't sound too difficult, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's a little more difficult because you will be limited to only answering with one of the letters in the alphabet. Okay? So you can only use that letter. So for colors, if I had like R or something, I could only say red and other colors that begin with R. My brain is not working today. So we're going to leave it to our judge to pick our letter today. Mr. Lee, what have you chosen for our victims?
So today we're going with the letter H.
The letter H.
Yes.
All right. It makes the huh sound, huh. So how do you guys feel about that letter? Could be a challenge.
Yes.
It's a bit challenging.
A bit challenging. Okay, so I'll count down from 5. You will have 2 minutes to write on your piece of paper your ideas and answers that begin with the letter H. After the 2 minutes are up, you will have another 2 minutes to write on the boards your answers. Okay?
Okay.
So let's count down from 5, and you can work as a team to come up with some H words. Ready, audience?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yes?
Yeah.
All right. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
go!
Have I?
10 seconds on the clock. Help me out, guys. 5, 2, 1. Pens down! Thank you. Sorry, I'm so loud. My teacher voice is turned on. Okay, so how you guys feel good about your answers? Almost? Well, that's good enough. All right, so what I'm going to ask is one person from each team to come up to the electronic board to write down their answers, okay? So just write your answer underneath each category like you did on the paper. Pretty simple. You'll have 2 minutes once again, so you have the time to write down all the things you need to write. Now, what I will say is the teams must stay quiet as our writers are writing. No additional answers can be given at this time. I will check your paper against the screen to make sure it matches. Okay? So no additional answers. All right, so choose your writer and please go to the board.
And do we have a time limit?
Yes, there's 2 minutes. I will count down from 5 like usual, and then you may begin, okay? Okay. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
right! Just watch your arms. You'll be okay. You have more time than you think. You have a minute. You have a minute. Your teachers must love your handwriting. Must be so much fun to grade.
Definitely.
So to fix these, you want to fix these?
Hand close.
We can. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
What is this? Hand glide highlighter. What is the headshot? Huh?
10 seconds on the clock. All right, help me count down. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, pens down. All right, so we got some artistic expressions up on these boards. I'm not sure if it's the English language, but I think it's some sort of language. So we're gonna need the writer's help to decipher these answers, because I think Mr. Lee might have some trouble. Yeah, Mr. Lee?
Yeah.
All right, so how about we start with Team CRYSTALLINE? Could you just read off your answers for Mr. Lee?
Ham, hamburger, hazel, Hungaria, hook, heart, hollow, heater, hate, hill, hippo, hood, hoodie, hood, hippo, hamster, human, humble.
Human, and what was the other one? Hump whale?
Yes.
Think you mean humpback? Okay, humpback whale?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, can you reread the countries, objects, and clothing sections slowly?
Oh, she's got it.
And countries are
Which is the country?
Hungary.
Hungary.
And the objects, sorry?
Object, hook, heart, hollow, heater, hate, hill, hippo, handle. Handle.
Handle. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hand.
Writing fast is rough, but I admire your effort. It could hang up in an art gallery somewhere. Okay, so Team Invincible, what do you have written?
Food is ham, hamburger, hot dog.
Okay.
Countries, Hamburg, Havana, Hawaii. And objects, hunters. Hunters what?
Hunter's hat.
Head, host, house, hand, highlighters, hand lights. Okay. Hand light. Clothing, hat, hat clip, hand gloves.
So the second one was
The second one was what?
this one here?
Hat clip.
Hat clip. Hair clip. Hair
Hair
clip.
yeah.
Hair clip, Mr. Lee.
Hair.
Hair clip, hand gloves, and hats. All right,
All right.
Mr. Lee, how did these teams do?
Okay, so I think the letter H was quite hard. another word that starts with H.
Another H word. See, Mr. Lee likes to play games.
So both teams did pretty well. I gave CRYSTALLINE 9 points.
Very nice. And how about our good old Team Invincible? How'd they do?
I gave Team Invincible 7 points.
Very good. All right. So, what does that bring our scores up to?
So we are still quite close with Team Invincible with 15 points.
Very nice.
And Team CRYSTALLINE with 19 points.
15 and 19. Only a 4-point difference.
Yes.
Not bad. Very close game, actually. The next game will really be the deciding factor on which team gets to move on to the quarterfinals. Okay?
Okay.
So, let's move on to our final round.
The first, the best. Hobby School.
All right, so let's move on to our final round. As you may notice, there are only 2 of you here now. How do you feel? A little lonely?
Yep.
Missing your team already?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm missing your team too. Where'd they go? Oh, wait, they're right here. Hey, guys. So now you're part of the audience, so make sure you cheer on your team, okay? Cheer on your captains, because this is their opportunity to really bring in the score, bring your score up. So there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, right?
Right.
A lot. But don't worry, remember, confidence, you'll feel better. Just really believe in yourselves, and remember, you have 4 other people behind you cheering you on, as well as, you know, your school. So everyone's there for you, okay? So this is how it will work. This is going to be similar to your reading section, but without the reading part. We're going to have some English trivia questions. They can cover pretty much any subject, science, math, sports. It's really general knowledge. So we will have 10 questions that you need to answer. Now, like before, you will use your buzzer to tell me and Mr. Lee that you are ready to answer. Try those out for me. Perfect, they're working. That's always good. So, like before, you will need to wait until I read both the question and all of the answers. The moment I say the last syllable of the last word, you can smack that buzzer, okay? But any time before, any second before, and the other team will get to go first. All right? All right? All right? Okay. So, let's take a look over at the brainwave screen for our first question. What is New Zealand's national bird? Is it the pigeon, the budgie, the kiwi, or finally, the parrot? All right, Team Invincible. Or really,
C.
Yeah, go ahead.
C is correct.
C. Sorry. Or really just leader of Team Invincible. Very good. Let's move on to our second question. Gotta be faster on that buzzer.
Okay.
Be ready to go. What is the main ingredient in an omelet? One of my favorite breakfast foods, actually. Cheese, ham, egg, or tomato? Invincible again.
C.
Egg, is that true?
Yes, that is
All
correct.
right. Although I do love all of those items in my omelet, especially the cheese. Very good stuff. Question 3. All right, so before this, we had what is the smallest country? What is the largest country, sorry. Now we have what is the smallest country for this game show? So, is it Africa? Is it China? Is it the Vatican? Or is it America?
C.
C, the Vatican is correct.
Very good. Yeah, Vatican is this little country in Italy, ruled by the Pope. Very nice. Who invented the bicycle? Is it A, Dr. Newson? Is it B, Macmillan? Is it C, Knight's Canal? Or finally, is it D, Mr. Edison?
Invincible?
B.
Macmillan.
That is correct.
I didn't know that either. Sir, very nice. I did not know who invented the bicycle, and now I know. All right, next question. Who invented the bulb? And by bulb here, we mean light bulb. The thing that makes light. Is it Einstein? Is it Newton? Is it Arjun Rao? Or finally, is it Edison?
D.
D.
Edison is correct.
It's okay, it's hard. Mr. Lee, what question are we up to?
We are the past one is question 5, so this is question 6.
All right, question 6. You still got time. Which is the fastest car in the world as of 2014? Is it the A, Bugatti Veyron Super Sports car? Is it B, the Koenigsegg Agera R? I'm trying, guys. Is it C, the Lamborghini Aventador? Or D, is it the Hennessy Venom?
Crystalline.
Answer C.
C is incorrect.
It's incorrect, guys. I'm sorry. It's not the. I would have guessed.
A is also incorrect. The correct answer is D, the Hennessy Venom.
The Hennessy Venom. I honestly don't know that either. Okay. Well, now we all know the fastest car in the world, in case you want to drive it. Next up. How many bones does a man have? A, 200. B, 206. C, 352. Or D, 105.
Yes.
Answer is A.
A is incorrect.
Not correct, sorry.
B is correct.
206. All right, next up. From this list, which is the healthiest food? Is it pizza? Is it pulses? Is it chips? Or is it juice? We have over here.
Yeah. B is correct.
Very good. Do you know what pulses are? I don't know. Me neither. Okay. All right. Of course, I certainly wish pizza was the healthiest food because I eat it far too often. It's delicious. Next question. Name the biggest desert in the world. Is it the Sahara, the Thar, the mountain, or the tidal?
I think Team Crystalline.
A.
A is correct.
Yeah, there we go, 2 in a row. Now, Mr. Lee, was that our last question? Or
We have one more, and we have a tie so far, so the winner of the next question
All
wins.
right, we're at a tie. What are the points?
It's 21 to 21.
21 to 21. So this last question will literally decide the winner. Which is the largest river in the world? Is it the Ganga, the Godavari, the Nile, or the Yamuna?
C.
C is correct.
All right, let's bring up the teams. Come on up, come on up. We have a little gift, a thank you for coming out and showing off your skills to the country of Mongolia. A little gift from Mongolia's first private school, hobby school. Some notebooks to continue your English homework or whatever else you want to do. Draw some pictures. So enjoy the hobby swag. Thank you so much for coming out. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Great job. Thank you. And thank you, Team CRYSTALLINE, for coming. Thank you so much. Wonderful skills we saw today. All right, Mr. Lee.
Thank you.
What is the final verdict?
All right, so Team Invincible is today's winner with 22 points. And Team CRYSTALLINE was so close with 21 points.
You guys were so close. Both teams, you made it. This was a great competition. When the score is that close, it's very enjoyable. I mean, you guys really fought it out, and you just won with 1 point. So really great job to both these teams. Thank you so much for coming out. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of confidence, which you have shown us today. So let's give both teams a big round of applause. Very big. Also, it just shows that the last part of the competition, the leaders' competition, could really change the game, as we saw. So, Team Invincible, you will be moving on to our quarterfinals, duking it out again with another team to show off your English skills. You guys feel confident in that? Feel ready?
Yeah. Ready.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations. Congratulations. And thank you, not only to the schools for coming out, as well as to our English teachers for really making this possible. I mean, the English teachers are what made you guys great at English. But also thank you to the viewers, as well as the Mongolian National Broadcast Network and Hobby School for making this show possible. I hope the viewers, you guys, picked up some English or became inspired to learn the English language, because it really does open up doorways across the world. Thank you so much for watching, and let's all say bye to our viewers tonight. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.